We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with a big shocking update regarding the status of Randy Orton in WWE. Without question, last night's edition of Monday Night Raw was far from being the most exciting or noteworthy. However, one noteworthy aspect of the show that caught the attention of fans was the new tag team that is forming between Randy Orton and former United States Champion Riddle. With this new duo of Randy Orton and Riddle picking up a big win over former Hurt Business members Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. However, many fans were quick to point out that this seems like a big demotion for Randy Orton after his big WrestleMania 37 win against the Fiend Bray Wyatt, with some fans feeling like this team of Randy Orton and Riddle is a joke, and that Orton is deserving of much more than this, and apparently Randy Orton is feeling the same way as most fans. According to a breaking new leaked backstage rumor, Randy Orton is reportedly furious with being paired up with Riddle, because while Orton has stated in the recent past that Riddle is growing on him to some extent and that Riddle does have potential, the Viper is not happy whatsoever about having to team up with him at this point in his career, with Randy Orton apparently expecting that he would have been pushed into WWE Championship contention following WrestleMania 37. For those of you unaware, Randy Orton is currently dealing with a small injury at the moment, and we have been told that WWE teaming up Riddle and Randy Orton was a decision made by Vince McMahon, because there are reports that indicate that Randy Orton is going to be leaving WWE in the near future to take an extended break with his family, and McMahon feels that it would not be a good idea for Randy Orton to be chasing that WWE Championship if he is going to be leaving WWE soon for a prolonged period of time to recover from injuries and just overall take a break. And WWE feel like Randy Orton and Riddle briefly teaming up with each other will make for some good TV on the Raw brand over the next month or so until Orton leaves WWE temporarily. One of the other big developments to occur last night on Monday Night Raw was regarding Bobby Lashley's WWE Championship defense at the upcoming WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view event, because while WWE had originally planned for Bobby Lashley to defend his WWE title against Drew McIntyre in a WrestleMania rematch at Backlash, WWE decided to swerve fans to some extent, with Braun Strowman now being added into the mix for the WWE Championship after last night's edition of Raw. Braun Strowman faced off against Drew McIntyre in a match on Raw last night that would get him added into the WWE title match at WrestleMania Backlash if he picked up the win. And with a bit of assistance and distraction from T-Bar and Mace, which is definitely typical WWE booking, Braun Strowman ended up defeating Drew McIntyre to make the WWE Championship match a triple threat match at WrestleMania Backlash. While some fans are relatively happy to see Braun Strowman get another chance in the main event title picture, some fans were also not too pleased with this rather lazy booking on WWE's part, as it seems probable that Braun Strowman is simply being added into the WWE Championship match so that he takes the pin for Bobby Lashley, so that Drew McIntyre does not lose any extra momentum. However, Braun Strowman took to social media after his win over Drew McIntyre last night on Raw, with Braun Strowman stating the following message: "Where I belong and where I am planning on staying for a long time." Let us know your thoughts and opinions of Braun Strowman being pushed into the WWE title picture following Raw, and do you feel that Strowman deserves to be pushed into the main event title picture at this point, or are there other stars WWE should instead be promoting? As most of you are likely aware, the Bella Twins were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame prior to WrestleMania 37 as part of the class of 2020, and while being inducted into the Hall of Fame can signal retirement for lots of superstars, that isn't the case whatsoever when it comes to Nikki and Brie Bella, because as we have mentioned in previous videos, the Bella Twins have expressed great interest to return to action in WWE's Women's Tag Team division sometime this year in 2021. However, along with lots of fans, it appears as though John Cena's dad, John Cena Sr., is not a fan of the idea of the Bella Twins making a comeback. John Cena Sr. mentioned in a recent interview that while he certainly does not hate the Bella Twins, he feels that it's not time to bring back the Bella Twins to WWE, with Cena Sr. making it clear that he thinks the Bella Twins' return will not go over well with most fans, and that fans will boo the Bella Twins out of the building during their quest for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Let us know if you guys agree with John Cena Sr. that Nikki and Brie Bella returning to WWE would not go over so well with most fans, and that it would probably be best if the Bella Twins simply decide to retire following their Hall of Fame induction this year. At WrestleMania 37, the talented duo of AJ Styles and Omos defeated the New Day's Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston to win the Raw Tag Team Championships, and while that was certainly a big moment for Raw's tag team division, with a new dominant team of Omos and AJ Styles leading the division, quite bizarrely, the new Raw Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Omos have not been seen on WWE TV since their win at WrestleMania, which has caused many fans to speculate why AJ Styles and Omos have not been featured on Raw after Mania, and when they will be coming back, if at all. According to one of our sources, WWE are planning Omos and AJ Styles to return in time for a Raw Tag Team title match at WrestleMania Backlash, and apparently things have just been so frantic and disorganized behind the scenes in WWE lately following WrestleMania 37 that Vince McMahon kinda forgot about the two superstars temporarily with all of the other storylines happening right now in WWE, and basically decided to keep AJ Styles and Omos off TV until he has something worthwhile for them. So it's reportedly very likely that the two superstars will be returning to action within the next 2 weeks over on Monday Night Raw. We now have our main story featured in this video, and it is regarding the shocking new rumors and speculation about Alexa Bliss, and more specifically, what could very well be the end of the new Alexa Bliss in the coming weeks. While it seemed as though Alexa Bliss has gotten the best of the Fiend Bray Wyatt after the surprise turn on the Fiend that occurred at WrestleMania 37, a new leaked backstage rumor has revealed that WWE are planning for the Fiend Bray Wyatt to finally be returning to WWE more devastating than fans thought was possible, and seeking his revenge on Alexa Bliss with a new women's division star by his side to help take down Alexa Bliss. Apparently, Vince McMahon is planning for Nikki Cross to align with the Fiend and help Bray Wyatt take down this new monstrous Alexa Bliss, with the storyline here being that the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Nikki Cross will end Alexa Bliss as fans have come to know her recently, with Nikki Cross taking over Alexa Bliss's evil powers in the process, with Alexa Bliss then returning to her original character before she aligned with the Fiend after this storyline is over and done with.